Hey guys, Robin MacFarlane with Harley. Harley is a 6-month-old Bichon Shih Tzu mix. Came into us because he had zero reliability when he was off leash. He liked to play a lot of catch me if you can. But in addition to that, he had some other typical puppy problems. He wasn't very well socialized, so we did a lot of that because initially he was very afraid of other dogs. So we got him into the daycare environment to get him socialized, teach him that dogs are fun to be around. He was doing a lot of growling and nipping and just real fearful. And again, that recall was terrible. So instead of playing catch me when you can, he's actually learning that he can come when called, even if he has to leave a play group. But the main thing I want to talk about here is the fact that he is 6 months old and we chose to use a remote collar as part of his training program. I recently blogged about it at The Truth About Shock Collars. Some people are adamantly opposed to the idea of a remote collar, and they say particularly so if it's on a young dog. So that's why I wanted to share a little of this footage of Harley. You can see him, running around, having the freedom to be off leash. A lot of improvement as far as getting over the fear of being around men and around being other dogs. But just a happy little guy. My point is not that anybody has to use a remote collar, but it is not going to ruin your dog if you know what you're doing. And that's been my point for all these years, is it's all about education. If you're going to choose a remote collar, you need to get somebody to help you. You need to get some guidance. It is not automatically going to ruin your dog or anything else. I think these people spreading that kind of information are either misinformed or, I don't know, just fearful of the possibility of what it can do. But you can see for yourself, this little guy's totally fine. He's off leash. This is only 2 weeks of training and learning his sits and his downs and walking around heeling off leash and coming when called and all that kind of stuff. And contrary to what people are going to tell you, it doesn't ruin the dog. It doesn't make him fearful. It doesn't mean he's not going to play anymore, any of that other nonsense that you hear. So I just want you to be a wise consumer. If you decide to do this, get education. If you don't want to train that way, that's totally cool, but just don't believe all the hype that's out there when people tell you it's a terrible thing. Obviously, it's just a simple case of it's the fool, not the tool. If you know what you're doing, it's fabulous. If you don't, then get education or absolutely don't use it. It's your choice. But that's it. Just wanted to spread that message a little bit today. We're off to have a good time with our dogs, and you guys keep having fun too, and happy training.